Dzień dobry, siemaneczko moi drodzy, dobrze widzicie Dracula 5 wreszcie na kanale, także zakończymy sobie naszą przygodę. Ellen Cross, która wróciła ze Stambułu, znalazła obraz Draculi, jednak został on skradziony, więc zagadkę trzeba rozwikłać. Moi drodzy, jeżeli chodzi o grę, to nagrałem poprzednie 4 części, jednak musicie wiedzieć, że część pierwsza i druga jest traktowana jako jedna gra, część trzecia to jest zupełnie osobny byt, natomiast część czwarta i piąta to znowu jedna całość, więc zachęcam was do obejrzenia wszystkich części i to wszystko będziecie mieli w opisie, wszystko podlinkowane. Jest to krótka seria, więc polecam. Myślę, że w 1-2 wieczory będziecie mogli wchłonąć wszystko, a warto, bo gra jest ciekawa, jest niezwykle ciekawa. Natomiast jeżeli chodzi o czwórkę i piątkę, to one bez siebie nie istnieją. Więc jeżeli nie chcecie oglądać pierwszych 3 części, to przynajmniej obejrzcie czwórkę, bo bez czwórki nie będziecie wiedzieć, o co w ogóle chodzi w części piątej. Zaczynamy, moi drodzy.
I'm Ellen Cross. I'm an art restorer at the Metropolitan Museum in New York. This story is about my last trip. It all started a few weeks ago when a significant part of Professor Vanbury's valuable collection sank during a storm off the British coast.
Ellen, remember the shipwreck that killed Professor Vanbury and sank 15 paintings from his collection? The ones he was supposed to hand down to us?
Of course.
Well, apparently one of the paintings resurfaced in Budapest in an auction catalog. I want you to go there to check its authenticity.
The Turner painting was the original, without a shadow of a doubt. That news gave me hope the other paintings might still be around. But it didn't make me forget that my days are numbered. I've always had an incurable orphan disease. There was only one drug available that was keeping me alive. I had just learned that the production of this drug had been discontinued.
I think that you should come to our treatment center.
There's no way I'm doing that. I've lived my whole life with this illness that's destroying my blood. I know what's in store for me. Anemia, fatigue, dizziness, nightmares, hallucinations, and a lot more. But I want to have a normal life until the very end.
I understand. Take this drug pack. It's my last one. If you change your mind, just tell me.
So, living on borrowed time, I went off to Europe to follow the trail of the other missing paintings. I met Adam Stoker in Whitby, a charming man who revealed the existence of a 16th century painting. A painting of Dracula that had never been exhibited. Vanbury wanted to bequeath it to our museum. My pursuit of the painting led me all the way to Istanbul, to someone named Yannick. Yannick is an art forger and occasional murderer. In Yannick's workshop, I spotted a case. I'm convinced that the famous portrait is in this case.
Małe przypomnienie tego, co było w poprzedniej części. A odnośnie Adama Stokera, ja jeszcze coś wam zaraz powiem.
Is this latest nightmare due to my illness? Maybe I'm just too absorbed by my work, or by my encounter with Adam. In any case, I'll still have to wait a few more hours. I have to get back to New York and the Metropolitan Museum. Then I'll finally see what the mysterious portrait looks like.
Tak więc wracamy do Nowego Jorku i jesteśmy w
requested
grze.
that the case be delivered from the airport. I hope it's arrived safely.
Czy chcesz wyświetlić samouczek? Chyba nie będziemy wyświetlić samouczka, ale moi drodzy, odnośnie Adama Stokera, 2 lata temu? Rok temu? Nie jestem dokładnie pewien, ale prawnuk, potomek Brama Stokera, czyli autora powieści Dracula, odnalazł zapiski swojego przodka. Ponad 100 stron zapisków i razem z ghostwriterem i fundacją właśnie Brama Stokera napisał książkę Drakul, która na nowo przeniesie nas w świat stworzony, na nowo nas przeniesie w świat Drakuli, tak bym to powiedział. Także polecam bardzo wam tę książkę. Nie jest może aż tak porywająca jak oryginalna powieść Stokera, ale również polecam. Nie tylko fanom Drakuli, ale w ogóle fanom powieści grozy. Czy chcesz wyświetlić samouczek? Myślę, że nie ma potrzeby, bo graliśmy w część poprzednią. I teraz tak, gra, typowy point and click, to już tutaj wiemy. Okej. Coś tutaj mamy? No nie, wychodzić raczej nie będziemy. Zobaczmy, czy coś tutaj możemy zrobić. Raczej nie. po prostu idziemy.
The door security system has changed. I don't have the magnetic card to access the restoration workshop.
Okej. I trzeba zdobyć kartę magnetyczną. Okej. Co my tutaj
I'm not
mamy?
expecting any mail.
Okej, nie, mail, no tak. Wiadomości żadnej nie oczekujemy. Tutaj nic nie ma. No chyba tu jedyne drzwi.
Come in.
O, ktoś mnie woła. Dobra. Wejdźmy do środka.
Hello, Ellen.
mój
Welcome
szef.
back.
Thank you, Mr. Phillips.
Apparently you found the Vanbury collection's last painting.
I haven't opened the case yet, but I do hope that it is indeed inside.
Me too. But you're right. It's better to be cautious. In any case, I'd first like to thank you for your fabulous work.
Thank you, Mr. Phillips.
The case is waiting for you in the workshop. The delivery man dropped it off less than a half hour ago. Start working. Don't forget to inform me immediately of any new developments.
Dobrze, nie zapomnę. Okej. Porozmawiajmy o... Właśnie, bo Janek i te zwłoki. Porozmawiajmy najpierw o Janku.
I think that Yannick was commissioned to disguise some of the Vanbury collection paintings. At the Budapest police station, I listened to a recording of Friedland, the man who committed suicide in his prison cell. He mentioned a painter who had to go back to work. I'm sure he was referring to Yannick.
You're probably right. But that doesn't tell us anything about who he was working for.
I still
się
have hope that
domyślam.
we'll find that out.
Chyba się
I
dowiemy.
see that your trip to Europe has made you enthusiastic about field and investigation work.
Exactly. Investigation is kind of like restoration. Well, once you clean up all the layers that make a painting illegible and remove the varnish, the painting's truth comes to light, like the answer to a riddle.
You're a poet, Ellen. You're a woman of many talents. But you should rest now. You don't look so good.
It's probably because of jet lag.
Aha, czyli szef chyba nie wie o tej chorobie. Zapytajmy o te zwłoki.
Do you have information on the identity of the dead man that I found at Yannick's place?
I can't say I do. When the police arrived, they didn't find any corpse or stolen painting.
Wow,
That's just not possible.
ktoś to wyczyścił?
Yannick must have realized that you went through his workshop and cleaned things up after your departure.
Ochrona?
You've changed the workshop security system, haven't you?
Yeah, sorry, I forgot to tell you. The code lock system wasn't reliable anymore. Here's your card. If you ever lose it, immediately inform me. We can remotely deactivate it.
No dobra.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Phillips.
Czyli mamy nowy system. Mamy też tę kartę, tutaj już nic nie pogadamy. Mogę coś tu jeszcze zrobić, zobaczyć? Ja. Dobra, wychodzimy. I jest
I'll have to
system.
use my card to enter.
Dobra, użyjemy tej karty. Karta magnetyczna.
That wasn't exactly what I needed.
Jak to nie... O, teraz. I jesteśmy
Ellen!
w pracowni.
So, you've come back with some treasure.
Hello, Jerry. I don't know what's in the case yet, but it just might be a portrait of Vlad the Impaler.
Let's find out now. The package is waiting for you over there. We've unlocked the security system. I'll give you the honor of opening it.
No dobra.
Thanks, Jerry.
Mogę z nim jeszcze
It's
pogadać?
the least I could do. You worked really hard to find it. By the way, Adam Stoker tried to call you several times.
Really?
He's in New York for a few days. I think he really wanted to hear from you. I told him you were coming back today, so he might call back.
Okej.
Great.
Pogadamy z nim. Pamiętamy go. Zapytajmy o Kaniek.
Have you already heard of Kanayek?
Never heard of him. I've done some research, but I haven't found any reproductions of his work. But I must say that a lot of painters, even very talented ones, don't leave their mark on history.
And how did you find out about the Yannick connection?
The director's secretary gave me the idea to do some genealogical research. I think it's one of her hobbies. It was a great idea.
O przesyłkę zapytajmy jeszcze.
Thanks for the package you sent me in Istanbul.
You're most welcome. And how are you doing anyway? I hope you're not too tired from your trip.
I'm tired, but I think it was good for me to have a change of scenery. The worst thing would have been to just stay here and wait for the end.
You haven't told the director about it yet?
He'll know about it soon enough. Without my drugs, my condition will quickly deteriorate.
Jeszcze
I
trochę
won't be
leków
able to
mam,
keep the
ale...
secret for long. As soon as he realizes this, I can kiss the European trips goodbye. I'll be stuck with trivial missions.
Vanbury jeszcze,
You've
właśnie.
met Professor Vanbury, haven't you?
Yes, about 20 years ago.
What was he like?
Lively and passionate. Just your regular art collector.
I can't understand why he was so obsessed about vampires.
It's not really about vampires in general, but about this painting in particular. He was obsessed with it. Who knows? After we see the painting, maybe we'll finally understand.
No dobra, to zobaczmy sobie ten obraz. Coś jeszcze mogę zrobić?
Jerry's always been into old books.
Mogę z nim jeszcze rozmawiać, ale to nie chcemy.
I don't have anything to send to the lab for now.
Aha, do laboratorium to nie będziemy wysyłać, to jest winda. Okej, co my tutaj mamy? Chcę się rozejrzeć wszędzie. Nowa probówka. Kompres. Skalpel. Wzięte. Jest i nasz obraz. Zawinięty obraz. Tu go chyba trzeba położyć, tak?
I can't believe it. The painting's been
What?
vandalized. Look, there's a black cross on it.
You said that it seemed like Professor Vanbury was scared of the portrait, didn't you?
Bardzo się bał.
Yes, but he was an art collector. I don't think he would have destroyed it.
In some parts of Eastern Europe in the Middle Ages, people believed that painting a tar cross on a door could prevent vampires from coming into the house. So maybe he painted the cross to protect himself.
Tar?
We'll have to send a sample to the lab to check, but it certainly does look like tar.
No dobra. Trzeba pobrać próbkę, tak?
Maybe Jerry's right. It looks like tar.
Dobra, czyli mamy co? Probóweczkę,
Maybe Jerry's right. It looks like tar.
nie probówkę. A co my tu mamy jeszcze? Skalpel i kompres. No, najpierw chyba skalpel. Skalpel z kawałkiem czarnej substancji.
Maybe Jerry's right. It looks
Aha,
like tar.
chyba już wiem, o co chodzi. Czyli... Tak, mała próbka, próbka. O kurczę. Tyle jechała po ten obraz i teraz się okaże, że...
While I'm waiting for the lab results, I could see if an infrared analysis might reveal something.
A, to od razu. Myślałem, że musimy poczekać, ktoś tam musi
It's no
podziałać.
use. When they have the analysis results, they'll send
Aha.
them up.
Czyli musimy czekać. Okej.
The infrared video should reveal what's behind this dark cross.
Wideo z podczerwienią.
The monitor's off. I won't be able to see anything.
Teraz. To nie jest obraz Drakuli.
The image isn't very clear, but it does look like some kind of portrait. The painter must have made several sketches. I can also make out an animal as well as some clouds or smoke.
Jest zwierzę i dym. Dracula przyjmował postać zwierząt, najczęściej wilka, no nietoperza, jak już też wiecie, ale też mógł uciec pod postacią
The
dymu.
image isn't very clear, but
Okej.
that's not necessary anymore.
Zobaczmy, czy już mamy wyniki. Czy nie? Może z nim pogadamy o tym. Podczerwień.
The infrared camera reveals several sketches. It looks like a portrait, but there are also other contours.
Great. Now we know that there is something under this dark cross. I won't be here tomorrow, but you'll handle taking the dating samples. I think that the dating will confirm that Kanayek could be behind them. If I'm
Dobra.
right, it's a type of tar. If so, you should be able to remove it as early as today. Well, the lab results have come back.
Dobra, dobra. Mamy wyniki. Skład 98% smoła, 2% czarna farba olejna. Rozpuszczalnik, olej i mieszanka S237. To krzyż zapytajmy.
How did you find out about this cross custom?
Oh, the director told me you were coming back with a painting that was surely of Vlad Tepes' portrait. I just couldn't help but research his life and the legends surrounding him. I found this story in a very interesting book, an unpublished biography of Vlad. You should look at it when you have time.
Okej, to ta książka.
This must be the Vlad Tepes book Jerry was talking about. I'll take a look at it later.
Okej, ale później mamy to zrobić. Dobrze.
I'll have to remove this.
Usunąć ten krzyż.
I'll have to remove this
Dobra.
tar cross.
To nie. To mi teraz się nie przyda. Jeszcze raz, to oni tu napisali. Skład olej i mieszanka S237. Trzeba zrobić mieszankę z oleju i S237. Skąd wziąć olej? Tu nic nie ma już.
There's a recorder in the video surveillance cabinet. It keeps a record of... I'll have to use my card to enter.
Okej, karta. Wybierzmy karty.
The reserve is the perfect place.
Materiał ochronny. Aha, coś tu mamy jeszcze. Wziąłem materiał ochronny. O! Się przyda pewnie do czegoś. Żeby obraz pewnie. Okej. Co my tutaj mamy? Olej. Okej, czyli muszę poklikać, żeby się odwrócić. S257, S237. Tak, jeszcze raz sprawdzę. S237, S237, dobra. Aha.
I'll have to remove this tar cross.
Nie w ten sposób.
I'll have to remove...
Jeszcze coś muszę znaleźć w takim razie. Może tego płótna, może na tym płótnie. Z3 i krzyż. Nóż. Ale czym to zetrzeć? Może ty mi powiesz? Nie. Olej i mieszanka S237, ale to trzeba czymś wymieszać. Czymś.
Adam didn't leave a phone number, but he should be calling back anyway.
Okej, ma oddzwonić.
I'll have to use my card to enter.
Nie, no karty chyba nie potrzebuję. Teraz, no coś tu jeszcze muszę wziąć. Jakoś to muszę wymieszać.
I'll have to remove... That's not necessary anymore.
Może potrzebuję... Aha. Probówki jeszcze? Bo ja użyłem już. Nie. To moje trofea. No dziwne. Bardzo dziwne, że... Czegoś mi brakuje. Muszę... Coś musiałem pominąć. Dobra, jeszcze jest jedno pomieszczenie, w sensie jeszcze raz wejdziemy do tego pomieszczenia. Zobaczmy. Możliwe,
The
że tu...
reserve is the perfect.
Szczotka. Nie przyda się? Hmm.
I'll have to
Szczerze?
remove this tar cross.
No tak. Trzeba wymieszać to z tym.
I'll have to remove this tar cross.
Dobra, spróbujmy w takim razie tak.
I'll have to
Spuszczalnik?
remove this
Nie.
tar.
Muszę to w czymś wymieszać. Pusty pojemnik. No dobra. Teraz. Jest obraz Drakuli.
So this is what Dracula looked like. Or Vlad Tepes, rather. The painting looks alive. I've never seen anything like it.
I ta muzyka.
The
Whoa.
painting's getting darker. How strange. The painting's getting darker. How strange. The image isn't very clear, but it does. That's not necessary anymore.
Dobra, pogadajmy z nim może.
I'm starting to understand why Vanbury was fascinated with this portrait. He looks alive, like he's watching us.
You're right. It's gripping. Apart from perhaps Mona Lisa's smile, I've rarely seen such a disturbing expression on a painting. It looks like the varnish is darkening.
Right, I noticed that too. Do you think I shouldn't have removed the tar layer?
No, that can happen when the finishing layer hasn't been exposed to light for a while. I don't think that the painting will darken too much.
The shadow of the dragon.
No
What did you
właśnie.
say?
Nothing special. Vlad Tepes was called Dracula and the Dragon. So I was thinking that if this is really a portrait of him, well, we've literally
Czemu mu nie
seen the
powiedziała
shadow of the
swoich?
dragon.
That's funny. One of the books I was reading had an excerpt of a poem of the same name. Vlad's younger brother wrote it.
Really? Can I look at it?
Of course. It's on my desk. I'll leave it there for you. But maybe you should put the painting in the storage room. You shouldn't do too much with it on the first day.
Right, I'll do that.
As for me, I'm going home. And I really want to congratulate you.
Dobrze, czyli
If
schować
all of
obraz.
Kaniak's paintings are this good, you might have discovered a new Da Vinci.
Książkę później. E,
I don't feel good.
leki.
I didn't take my medicine because I forget to with the jet lag.
A jak to się brało? 4T, 2T, 3T. I tak, 4T. Nie mam tak. 2T lub 2T. To jest lub czy... Dobra, już się czujemy lepiej, ale mało tego zostało. Bardzo mało tych leków. A teraz tak. Wejdźmy do środka. Obraz. Kroki słyszałem, nie?
Metropolitan Museum of Art, Restoration
Adam
Workshop.
pewnie, co?
Ellen Cross speaking.
Ellen, it's Adam. You're finally back.
Yes. Hello, Adam. I heard you were in New York. Is that right?
Just for a few days. I was afraid I wouldn't catch you. If you're free for dinner this evening, maybe you could tell me about your trip to Turkey.
Well, Yes, I do have a few things to do, but sure, why not?
I can pick you up at the museum. In an hour?
Sure.
Aha, to on wychodził. Dobra, to zadamy, to on wychodził raczej, te kroki, to widzieliśmy. Książkę.
Vlad Basarab III, known as Tepes, the Impaler, was the inspiration for Bram Stoker's Dracula character. But few people know his real story. Tepes was the son of Vlad II, known as Dracul, the dragon. Tepes was the heir to the Wallachian throne. He spent his childhood in Turkey, where Sultan Murad II held both him and his younger brother Radu.
Co mówią, to jest prawdziwa historia Vlada Tepesza.
It is said that Radu was the Sultan's favorite. Vlad was released in 1448, 14 years before his younger brother. This is probably why Radu the Handsome deeply resented his older brother throughout his whole life. People even say that Radu drove Vlad's beloved wife to suicide. Radu made her think that her husband had died. He gave her the dagger with which she killed herself. The prince never recovered from this tragedy. As legend has it, that
O
was when
tym
he
mieliśmy
plunged
w
into the
Drakuli
netherworld.
trzeciej części.
This book has a copy of a letter from Radu. The letter shows the rivalry that pitted these two men against each other. Radu also wrote a poem called The Shadow of the Dragon. It seems that this poem was meant for his brother.
Mamy ten poem teraz? Adam.
So happy to see you, Ellen.
Me too.
So you ended up finding the portrait? Tell me about it. How did you do that?
It's a long story, and it was in terrible condition. Professor Vanbury had covered it with tar. I'm still cleaning it up, but I'm making headway.
I'm sure that you'll be able to restore it to its original glory.
I hope so, but it looks fragile. The glaze has become slightly darker ever since it's been exposed to the open air.
Do you think the process can be reversed?
I think so, but it'll take some time. Well, if you can keep it a secret, I can show it to you.
Oh, yes, I'd love to. I didn't dare ask. Cross my heart. I'll be as silent as the grave.
Good. Let's go then.
Okay. Nie wiem, czy to jest dobry pomysł.
Attention, please. Adam, please meet Dracula.
Ellen, are you all right?
O kurczę.
Are you all right? Do you feel better?
Yes. What happened?
You fainted at the museum. Don't you remember? I wanted to call the paramedics, but you said it should be fine. You just wanted to go back home. So I called a taxi, and here we are. Are you sure you don't want me to call for a doctor? Something's wrong.
No, don't worry. I don't need a doctor. You did the right thing. I actually need a drink. I think I have a bottle of wine.
Ellen, I'm not sure it's a good idea. Just look at you. You can hardly stand up.
I'm tired of being reasonable, Adam.
O kurczę.
Adam? Adam? Are you there?
Obraz.
Couldn't have been a dream.
Dobra, moi drodzy, ale myślę, że to jest idealny moment, aby zakończyć ten odcinek. Mam nadzieję, że wam się podobało. Dajcie mi znać, co sądzicie o giereczce, o tej historii w komentarzach i co, widzimy się w kolejnym. Także do zobaczonka.